You will not believe what Warren Buffett actually said about making money while you sleep. My name is Kris Krohn. I've helped transact thousands of dollars of real estate investments for my own investments, for my clients, for my business partners. And today I'm actually going to talk about the reality of making money while you sleep. Is this thing real? Is it stupid? Is it hoax? Or is it something real? Seriously, make money while you sleep? I mean, doesn't that sound like taboo faux pas, something from like the 90s and now early 2000s? Like, if it wasn't substantiated by this guy over here, Warren Buffett, who said this: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And you know what? Working until you die is not necessarily that bad, but there's a lot of people who have different plans for retirement or for life or what they want their lifestyle to be like. So I found out this information when I was in my early 20s and became financially free in my mid 20s. And it took me about 4.5 years. And today what I want to do is I want to share with you 3 different approaches to money and figure out which one of these would be the best way for you to make money while you sleep. In general, there are 3 investments above all that I really believe in. And what I want to do right now is I want to talk about each one of these. And as I do, figure out for yourself, like, what do you really connect with? And what I want to do here is I want to talk about the stock market. By the way, stocks means 401ks, annuities, IRAs, mutual funds. Those are all the stock market, S&P 500. Then I want to go opposite and talk about real property by talking about real estate as an investment, like owning homes, renting them out and making money. I've done 4,000 homes, almost $1 billion worth, so I've got some experience in that. And then I want to talk about business, because owning a business is also a fantastic way to make money while you sleep if you know what you're doing. So in comparing these 3 things, what I want to do is I want to evaluate them from a little bit of a different perspective than I think most people normally would. The first one is, here's what I love about the stock market. The positive is that if I were to like create for us like a, I don't know, little graph, I would say the first thing that we could judge these investments on is how passive are they? So if you take a look at the stock market, one of the things that's beautiful about it, it is passive. You can put your money in a 401k and you don't have to wake up tomorrow and then at 3 o'clock in the afternoon do something to like service your 401k or your IRA or your stock portfolio. So it's passive. Real estate can be a job, but it certainly can also be passive. And business, it depends on whether it's passive or not. The reality is most people work a business like a career, like a job, not as a business owner, as in I own a business and the business makes me money. So a business, I'm going to put a big maybe here because it can be, but for most people it's not. So I think it's important to have that awareness. If we take, however, a look at how active are these things, the stock market, it's not active at all. Real estate can be active, so I'm going to put a maybe there. But business is usually active. It requires activity. I've got to do things on a regular day-to-day basis to produce a result with it. The next 2 things to help us really discern which one of these is going to be best is I want to talk about high ROI and I want to talk about low ROI. ROI stands for return on investment. Here we're evaluating essentially time, and here we're evaluating results and money. So when I talk about high ROI, the stock market is not going to produce a high ROI for me. It is going to produce what I call a low ROI. I'm not talking about how it did this year, I'm talking about its 10-year and 30-year average. Because the smartest people on the planet are not able to play the stock market successfully. So the best way to play it is to say, I'm in it for the long haul, and your ROIs are going to be under 10%. They're going to be single-digit returns if you play in the stock market. Real estate, done correctly, is easily a double-digit gain. So I'm going to call that a high ROI. These ROIs can double every 10 to 20 years. These can double every 3, 4, or 5 years. So this makes a lot more money faster than this one. Business, on the other hand, it could actually produce a high ROI. So I'm going to put a maybe there. And it could also definitely produce a low ROI. It just depends on how business is run. So I wanted to map this out for you because what I want to show you right now is Now let's analyze the data and basically say, okay, Kris, which one of these is best for making money while you sleep? Well, first of all, we need the one that is passive optioned with also high ROI. Stocks is passive, but it's low ROI. Real estate's passive, but it's high ROI. So you know what? I've got a huge winner in real estate as long as I'm doing the right thing, and I'm not going to play in the stock market. I, at best, can use this as a form of diversification, but I'm not going to make a lot of money while I sleep here. Business is 100% the other place that if you do it correctly, you do what Tony Robbins calls being a business owner. And a business owner is someone that says, I'm in the business, I don't run the business, I'm not in the day-to-day, I've delegated it, someone else runs it and it makes me money. Super, super lucrative. So between these three, when you're asking what should you be interested in, real estate and business, way out the stock market, very, very much. So in comparing and contrasting these, really the question then is, how do I implement that? How do I take action on that? What does that look like? And so here's a couple of things. Number one, I've lined up a video for you on how I became financially free at the age of 26 through this. And then I've created it over and over again through this. So if you want to watch that video, it'll do that for you. The other thing that I want to do is I also wrote a book on business and real estate, how I became financially independent so early, and I decided to give the world my strategy. I didn't hold anything back. I didn't just say, hey, I'll tell you part of the strategy. I said, I'm just gonna outline it all in a really simple, easy to read book. And so we've done that now. This is available as a free gift for you. All you gotta do is cover the shipping, and then my team is sending it out to you. And hopefully it ends up being a tool that can help you figure out really ultimately the answer to this question. How do you make money while you sleep? Because if you can't figure out how to make money while you sleep, you are going to work until you die.